All right, what's happening? What's happening, guys? Happy Monday to you. It is Monday, December 13th, 2021, almost to 2022. And this morning I wanted to talk about a topic that, every once in a while we get into on this show. But I think it's very important, and especially, this time of year, knowing when to slow down, knowing when there's a time where you need to take a step back, kind of evaluate things, and then move forward with more intention. But knowing when to slow down is a really, really important trait of some of the most successful people that I know. There's a lot of people out there that will tell you how to push through, how to keep going, how to persevere, how to, work 18 hours every single day. But I think for this show, for the context of what we try to accomplish, we try to give you a different perspective here. I try to give you a different perspective here. And so this morning, I wanted to talk about how to know when to slow down. Let's get started.
It is ultimately important for you to look at your goals, truly what you want to do in your life, and then look at the people who you spend the most time with in your life and figure out if that lines up.
All right, what's happening, guys? Happy Monday to you, and man, it's good to be back here. I guess it was probably a week that I was off. Last Monday morning, I woke up to some unexpected news about a good friend of 20 something years, and I jumped on live to just kind of give you guys a message. But just a lot going on, man. Busy week last week. Had some travel. Got a lot done in our leadership meeting for the pavement group. Many of you guys probably saw on social media sharing some images and videos of that meeting and the dinners that we had, and had a few of our key people in town extended past that meeting to be able to spend some time with them, and that was exceptional. But, last week with everything going on, man, it was a great reminder of just knowing when, it's time to slow down. When is it time to slow down? When is it time to take a step back? When is it time to, give yourself a break? And, I've talked about this before, but, I try to go pretty hard, right? I try to open it up full tilt every single day, which I do. But at the same time, there's a time when, I think that all of us realize that, whether it's your body, your sleep, just the feeling that you get, like there's a lot going on and you got to kind of calm everything down. And for me, I'm kind of, I don't want to say in the middle of one of those times, but to some degree, it's still going on. Last week, my buddy passing away was a big deal. It kind of hit me hard for many different reasons. But, that combined with this, the busiest November, busiest December we've ever had as a business. I love those blessings that cause challenges, I always say. But, when there's a lot going on, guys, you got to know when to kind of push the brakes, right? When to slow it down, when to get a little bit more sleep, when to take a little bit more quiet time with yourself to allow things to process. And I think that, so often we get stuck on this hamster wheel and we just keep going, right? And we keep, just trying to work through it, if you will. And when you think about the damage that can be done by you not slowing down, by you not taking a step back to kind of process everything, it's way better to take a step back and allow things to process than it is to just keep moving forward when things seem a little chaotic. Many people ask me how I'm able to stay so calm in certain situations, whatever it is. And I will share with you, like, that is how I do it. I am quick to take a step back and, take a week off of, doing this podcast if I feel like that's the right thing for that period of time. With that said, I obviously, have a deep connection to a lot of you, and I have some guilt that I carry when I don't show up here in the morning. But I think that it is important for us to take care of ourselves first, right? To put the oxygen mask on ourselves first before we can actually serve others. You can't pour from an empty cup or a semi-empty cup. And so for me, when you go hard, when you're constantly going, there definitely are times when you have to take a step back and you have to know when it's time to do that. And I think that those that understand that, those that offer themselves some grace in order to get the time away to just be able to kind of process things, they make it back faster and they have better results because, they're able to actually perform at a high level as a result of, getting rid of some of those things that are, that need to be rearranged for that particular period of time. Right. And so I ask you guys this morning, what is that like for you? This time of year can be really stressful, right? It can be really overwhelming. And is there too much on your plate? Are there some things that you're taking on that you probably shouldn't take on? Are there some things that, are just overwhelming you? And if they are, then take a step back and, rearrange, reprioritize what's going on in your life, because what happens if you don't is that you will feel overwhelmed. You will feel anxious. You will feel all the things that you don't want to feel. You'll start to feel those. And then who ends up paying for that? Well, the people around you end up paying for that, right? You end up more stressed than you should be. You end up more anxious than you should be. You have a shorter fuse than you probably normally do as a result of just not having the awareness to kind of step back. And so for me, it's a really important trait to possess and to work on, is that level of awareness of just being able to say, when is it time, man? When is it time to slow down? When is it time to take a step back, rearrange a couple of things, get a couple of things off your plate, say, sorry, I can't make that meeting, whatever it may be for you. Give yourself the grace, give yourself the opportunity to be able to rearrange your day, your week, your life, to be able to perform at your highest level. And I think so many of us, we follow the path of what's out there, the advice that's out there to just keep going, push through it. And that is true for a lot of things, right? There's context and balance and perspective to everything. But, when you know that it's time to take a step back, when you know it's time to slow down, when you know it's time to just be more present, make sure that you listen to that. We've probably all had that feeling at different times. Maybe some of you are having it right now, but make sure you're listening to that, because there's a way to get stuff done and not be, over the top busy. You can still get stuff done. You can still make progress. You can still handle things without it being incredibly difficult on you, right? And so that's my advice for you guys this morning. Just think about that. This is the season when people are more stressed than any other time of year, right? And if that's you, if there's a lot going on, for me, there's a lot going on in business. I got a lot, going on personally. Some things happen out of the ordinary last week. And so when you think about all that and the things that you have on your plate, just give yourself some grace, man. Allow yourself to step away. Allow yourself the space and time to be able to process stuff, right? And I think far too often we're trying to push through for the sake of everybody else, not really realizing that in order for us to be able to pour into others, we first have to have a full cup ourselves. And so when you think about that in your own life, what's going on right now, how do you get your cup full? Sometimes, guys, it is rest. Sometimes it is disconnecting. Sometimes it is not responding to every text message or DM or whatever that you get in the fashion that you normally do, super quick, right? So think about that for yourself. Think about that in this season, this time of year. What is going on for you, man? Do you have too much on your plate? Do you got too much going on? Is that stressing you out? And is it causing you to do things that might be slightly out of the ordinary for you? Maybe you're behaving in a way that's a little off, right? And so, Bill just said it, addition by subtraction. And it's such a great way to, just kind of hit the reset, just kind of get to a place where you feel centered again. And sometimes, for me, that's going to the gym, working out, getting all the things, all the boxes checked, right? Just making sure that you're doing that. We all know that sometimes we miss those things, but that recalibration when things are a little off, that's how the winners get back and win faster. And those people still have the same problems. The people you look up to and admire, those people still have the same challenges, the same issues, the same adversity that you do. It's how they handle it so that they can get back on the horse faster that makes the difference, that creates the distance between them and everybody else. And so think about that. Speed up by slowing down. You are 100% right, Rick. You got to slow down to speed up sometimes. And so if you are going through that, or somebody that you think might be going through just a time when everything's a little hectic and crazy, remind them to give themselves some grace, give themselves some space, and everything will be right back to normal before you know it. So it's good to be back with you guys here this morning, and I hope you guys have an awesome week. We got a handful of weeks here left in 2021. So I ask you, what impact are you going to make for the rest of the year? What impact are you going to make on your family? What impact are you going to make on your spouse, on your business? What is it? What's it look like? And how are you going to do it? How are you going to execute on it? And then how are you going to carry that momentum into 2022 and make 2022 even better than 2021? Thank you guys for being here this morning. Happy Monday to you. I hope you guys have an amazing week. And until next time, I will see you again tomorrow morning, same place, same time, right here on Morning Perspective. I love you guys. Thanks for being here.
It is ultimately important for you to look at your goals, truly what you want to do in your life, and then look at the people who you spend the most time with in your life and figure out if that lines up.